Oops. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. Okay, so yeah, I couldn't wait to read the book. Honestly, I don't regret it. I thought I'd finish the game first. But yeah, there's so much more to the story when with the book. Well, obviously that's always the case. In the book it's a lot more bleaker, so to speak. Yeah. The way the author describes the world is a lot darker, literally, of course. The lights they use, the, the reach of civilization, and the darkness that encompasses their tunnels. And there's a lot more that happens to Artyom in the book. Hush you. Hmm. Let's see. Midway of the last stream, we saved a kid during the Masalis, the giant rat invasion kind of thing. And as we were carrying him up, he saw through a vent the sky.
I was born in Moscow.
Oh.
But I remember nothing of that time.
Right, the kid saw a sky through a giant ventilation fan. And in the book, the author described it as like, rather than through a kid, it was through a flashback of Artyom's when he first ventured. Go away. When he first ventured up into the surface, when he first saw the sky. About how the kids in the next generation would never understand how the sky was like something we ourselves take for granted. That we can imagine a clear sky or a clear night sky with clouds and stars dotting it. Whereas kids in Metro 2383, all they know would be the concrete ceilings. They can't imagine planes flying through the skies. That there's an infinite space beyond the sky. And not just some mural on the ceiling, some painting on the ceiling. It really showed how bleak their world was. it was in a way cramped. Everything was smaller and almost desperate. Where even small stations seemed so dense. I mean, even in the game, it portrays the stations, the town stations, as really, really cramped. And yeah, I can imagine it from the novel, sorry. Yeah. But really, even in the game, it just doesn't quite portray it as well. In the book, it was like civilization was squished, pushed, forced into the tunnels of the metro, and slowly being strangled even by the darkness, by lack of resources maybe. No, they were self-sufficient. Yeah, in the book they were self-sufficient. Just that as in the game there was factions, politics, amazingly in post-apocalyptic Russia. It's as expected. I mean, these people, there's always ideas. Ideas don't die. And there's also a lot less shooting, obviously, in the novels. And the mounting threat in the game, it was a lot more. It felt a lot more sinister. Like a danger just beyond the dark that you can and can't see creeping in. And the way Artyom was urged to go to police, it was a lot more subtle. It wasn't like you have to do this like in the game kind of thing. Artyom had a choice in the novel. The threat was more, as I said, subtle. It lurked in the shadows, kinda, and picked away at everyone. I mean, in the novel, it's not, they didn't fight off the Nasalis at first. No, they fought the Dark Ones. I mean, it was referenced in the game, but we never see them except in the cutscenes, and they're not really threatening in the game. But in the novels, they were portrayed as almost undying, unstoppable. And in the tunnels, the dwellers they could shove them off, they could push them away for a time, but it was only like a slight reprieve. And even after they pushed them off, the Dark Ones, they seem to leave a lingering psychic effect on people that even without their presence, they could feel it. That, as I said, a lingering injury on all the people in the station. It isn't portrayed in the game, and The only times it was hinted was in a few cutscenes. I mean, they can only do so much in the game, I suppose, to hint at these kind of creeping horrors. But in the novel, they did it well. He wrote it really well. And while I say that the novel is kind of darker, he also hinted at more hopeful things. Yeah. And I think it's really understated, the hopeful idea of it. The way he described the night sky. The way he described police as this metropolis, this sanctuary of great minds that were beyond politics. Yeah, sanctuary. Yeah, and the way he described the tunnels, they felt a lot more sinister compared to the game. Like, even if it's a not a short stretch, but a decided stretch between station states, shall we say? Yeah, station states. Even in a decidedly straight tunnel, he described horrors where people would just disappear off the end of a rope that tied them together without a sound. Where people would get this feeling that they were being watched, even in the dark, even with complete silence. They'd look over the shoulder back down the tunnel and see nothing and continue marching forward, but still feel something creeping behind them in the dark. And then they'd turn around again and shine their flashlights down back down the tunnel. Hopefully to catch that something, only to feel it creeping up behind them from in the direction they were marching, in the direction where they were just pointing those flashlights. Yeah, the horror element is a lot more understated in the game. There's a lot more shooting, obviously. Far more shooting. Compared to the novel, it's a bit. It's honestly, I feel that it's honestly a bit too much at times. But it's a game. The game is supposed to be interactive after all. And the game does get some of the horror, some of the creeping dark. Like, you can't just walk forward into the tunnel. I haven't read far into the novel. I haven't seen any of the truly supernatural stuff like in the game, like the shadow people. But they were, in the novel, they did describe events elsewhere of the ghost train lights. People going mad, going down the tunnel alone. Yeah. There's a lot more ominous. Ominous as opposed to in the game. Episodic. Yeah. I'm looking forward to reading the rest. And, well, now I'm probably just gonna go off on a different tangent here regarding personas, I suppose. When I read, when I play the games, I mean, yes, I am a fan of other people. In particular, there's one streamer. They don't have a schedule. Okay, what? Let me get that out of the background and get some. Oh no! Oh no! Get here! Oh. That's better. Right. That's better. Anyway, where was I? Right, on streaming personas. Right. I did touch on this before, but I privated that video because I was kind of incoherent. Well, anyway, one of the streamers I do watch, she how do I say this? She doesn't schedule her, she doesn't schedule her streams. She says she doesn't get in the mood. It's harder for her to get in the mood. But since starting my own streams, I can totally feel why she does this. Why she doesn't schedule stuff. Getting in the mood, especially with how streamers are expected to have that really energetic, hell yeah persona kind of thing. Not me. Hell no. It's for me. The reason why I watch it is because I feel the same way. The resonance and all that. Yeah. I don't have that uppity kind of mood. Nah. I don't mean that in the rude way, okay? I'm just more low key. Yeah. That being said, it's not like I can't get all high tension and whatnot. It's a matter of topic. Yeah. I mean, when I do think about a topic that I am interested in, like I can go on like rambling on. I would be pacing around my house, just talking out loud. And I thought I could stream like that, but apparently not. And well, I don't fault anybody. I'm not embarrassed that I can't. It's just how I am. That being said, when I do enjoy myself, like when I'm reading a book, when I'm reading manga, when I read something interesting, I can't help smile creeping on my face. You can imagine how weird that would seem if I just smiled in your direction on a train. That's kind of creepy. So I'm rather thankful for masks. Yes, with masks I can smile as much as I want while I read in my leisure. Being said, I have BGMs. Use BGMs. I thought I could use them to, set the mood and whatnot. Maybe not. I need to figure out. Well, I know how to do it. Just feels a bit troublesome to do it on OBS. I'll figure out somehow. No, I mean I do have voice meter and have all my audio sorted out. It's just that I don't know, it feels a bit troublesome. Right now I'm not listening to anything, but I do know there's BGM. Oh well. I'll have to deal with the BGM somehow. Oh right, and scheduling. I do understand like having a need to schedule so people can like anticipate and thus actually watch the stream and whatnot. I don't particularly mind whether there are any live viewers. It just ends up into a podcast where people can listen on their own. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's just me speaking my mind. But back on streaming personas, I suppose I could try to have more, how should I say this? Flamboyant? Just saying the word, just... Yeah, maybe not. I can do it. Trust me, I can. Very easily. But it just feels weird. I don't like putting on. I never liked putting on a mask, so to speak. At some point, I disliked putting on big smiles. Oh, good lord, what are you doing? I'm sorry, I have a cat. Come here. Lovable idiot. Yeah, you happy? Well, enough of that. And in future, I might, this is a very strong might, in the I might not do it sense, I might do chat streams while I read, which is kind of weird. I mean, does anybody do that? I don't think so. After all, I wouldn't be able to, I mean, I would be distracted either by chat or... Actually, it doesn't sound half bad. About it like that. If I have really slow moving chat, I'd be able to read in peace. Which kind of defeats the point of streaming, of live streaming, yeah? I mean, it depends heavily on chat, on whether it's even... Or if I were to just listen to the BGM. Yeah, if I were to just read while listening to the BGM that's playing on stream, it would just be the BGM. Oh, it would just be the BGM. Right, I got the BGMs in the credits. Okay, good. Yes, I almost forgot. Or thought I forgot. Anyway, it would just be BGM and me silently. Well, obviously we would know. It would be just a BGM. If there was no interaction, that'd be just nothing. Yeah, I'll probably not do that. I mean, if I were reading about that'd be one thing, but I'd have to get sponsored first now, wouldn't I? And I did have an idea. Trying to partner. the more sites with more smaller apps? No. I could read web novels, but well, actually it's not. But it's more a matter of finding novel authors that I would actually want to read out loud, who actually allow me to read out loud. That being said, I'd only read the first few chapters. Otherwise, actually, if they're already published, that would be a problem. Me reading everything out loud for free, obviously. But if they weren't, no, I'd rather just stick to the first few chapters and have them advertised. That being said, there's so much stuff to read. I don't have the time. Good lord. When I was buying the ebook for Metro 2033, I realized there was another book releasing today that I was really looking forward to. A light novel. And there's so many other light novels I'm falling back behind on that are going to be releasing more books later this month. So I suppose, yes, I'm still, even if I'm not affiliated, I'm busy because I want to read, I have stuff to do, I want to stream. Oh good lord, there's so much to do. I haven't even got a schedule, I haven't even gotten, as you can see, an overlay. There's nothing. No matter. In time, in due time. I just wanted to put this out so that'd be out of my mind. I would have to note it down and keep the notes and try to recall desperately what was on my mind, the mood I was in. Yeah. Hence guerrilla streaming. Yeah. I can really see why she guerrilla streams. When you need to do something, you just do it. When you don't feel it, you just don't. Absolutely. When you just have the need to say something, you need to say it out loud. When you don't, you just moving on, And if you're wondering whether I'm thinking of getting a VTuber avatar, yes and no. Why yes? Because it's easier to see. It's far easier to interact with, an avatar, so to speak, for the listeners. But also no, because in my eyes, if I buy an avatar, and I don't make good use of it, it's a waste of their talent, if you ask me. Waste of the artist's talent. Because, in a way, if I were to use their avatar, it would be advertising them. If I buy it and don't use it, they'd essentially be investing in... No, they'd have invested their time and skills into nothing. Well, no, they got money for it, but some people might be satisfied with just that. But in my eyes, it's almost disrespectful not to use it properly. If I just buy it for, vanity's sake, it's rather sad. Hence why I'm streaming first without an avatar. Otherwise, it'd be just disrespectful, as I said. I'd rather establish myself first before getting an avatar. It feels like the right way to do things, rather than get an avatar, get set up, then stream. Because if Because you need experience after all, right? You need experience in everything. And in streaming, you don't have experience. Not on the get-go. Unless, of course, you have a, stage job where you actually perform on stage IRL off camera. There in which you do have experience. But me, I'm not stage sword, honestly. My personality, I'm work oriented. Yeah. Well, no, not work oriented, not in the slightest. I do the bare minimum. Well, no, not the bare minimum. I work based on my mood. I'm ashamed to say that, but I'll say it anyways. And hence why I'm doing this. Because I don't have a passion for my work IRL. I'll be damned if my bosses hear this. Yeah, so this I'm streaming as a backup because I am interested in this. Because I have an objective, so to speak. I'm not gonna spell it out, no. That'd be defeating the purpose entirely. But yeah, I'm doing this because I want to do it. Because it's something I need to do. Something I must do. Something I must verify for myself. And there is no other way. Well, even at the end of it, my goals are intangible, so to speak, because what I'm looking for, even if I do get popular, amazingly astounding. Oh shit. Oh crap. Oh well, let's add it back in. I'm glad I prepared that. Oyo, ande. Angle brackets. Oh, Oyo, ande. This one. Oh, this one. Oyo, ande. Doko. Oh, that one. There, I'm saved. Ah well. Where was I? I was fixing the BGMs because I screwed something up and forgot to credit. Where was I? Oh god. Should you read? Anyway, this is probably just end up as a audio blog, huh? Not that it matters. chapter. I think I'll end it here. Yeah, I got my thoughts out. Go down. That'll be that. Yeah, I like my choice of BGM. All right. I did think of like an opening introduction, like catchphrase and whatnot, but not an outro. I'll see you later.